DDG, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Really? To Halle? Babe, you're done. You are done.
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 It's over for you.
Done, though. You're done.
You're so
It's a
fucking
wrap.
fucked. You are fucked.
The Little fucking Mermaid.
You fucked with the Little Mermaid, bitch. Oh, bitch.
You're done.
Triton is after your
Disney
fucking...
Getting canceled on a live stream at the same time as finding out that your baby mother put you on a restraining order on a live stream is crazy work. Absolutely diabolical. But apparently DDG, allegedly, was out here slamming Halle Bailey's head against a steering wheel and chipping her tooth and leaving some bruises on her arm. That's crazy, because, you know, like, what you that angry, bro? What you that at? You that angry to where you putting your hands on the goddamn woman? That's the mother of your child. That's the mother of your child. And my thing is, he looking all confused. This can't be real, bro. This can't be real. Like, this don't make no sense. What? This is a fake narrative. Oh, so you don't remember putting them bruises on her arm? You don't. We clearly see the pictures of her teeth being, of her tooth being chipped. You don't remember doing that? It was somebody else. That what you're telling us. We shouldn't believe what that. And also, I guess because Aiden Ross is telling us that you are a good man and it's a false narrative and all that nonsense, and that other dude, I don't know who that other black dude was that came in the video, right? He come in talking about, bro, don't believe the fake stories and the fake we supposed to believe them instead of them pictures? Come on, bro. Y'all dudes be crazy. Y'all dudes are absolutely diabolical. Don't beat women. Don't do that. Keep your hands to yourself. And that's all I gotta say. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't you putting hands on your mother's, on your child's mother, bro. You that angry, you that upset, bro. There's no reason for that. None whatsoever. But yeah, DDG probably getting canceled. I don't feel sorry for him, and nobody should. I don't know what to tell you. A lot of men got anger issues out here.
Listen, the drama don't sleep, and neither do I, bitch. Halle filed a domestic violence restraining order against DDG, and because y'all don't like to read and just be typing on the internet, I'm gonna give y'all the details. According to the documents filed in LA, things started getting physical after they break up in October, right? Specifically in January, when she says DDG tried to come and pick up their son. She said she tried to have a conversation with him about visitation, but instead of co-parenting like an adult, he started yelling, "Get out my car, bitch," in front of their son, and the baby was already crying. Now, she alleges, as she was trying to buckle the baby in, he pulled her hair and slammed her face into the steering wheel, which caused her to chip her tooth. But she still had the baby in her hand. She hadn't buckled him up completely. She said she stayed quiet, she stayed graceful, but she did document everything, bruises, chipped tooth, all of it. She said she stayed in the car during that altercation to protect her son, and she even told DDG's family about it. Then his mama getting online talking about, "I'm not gonna allow the lies." You knew. Then in March, he allegedly broke into her house, walked into her bedroom uninvited, and texted her a photo of her own bed like he was the main character in a Lifetime stalking movie. Talking about, "Nah, I know what you've been on," alleging that she was cheating. Mind you, they broke up in October. "Sir, you need to get help." She said 4 days later, he came back and verbally attacked her, smashed her Ring camera, and then ran off with her phone. Then he threw it out the window and told her, "Go get it, bitch." Like they was in a music video or something. Now, somehow he didn't notice before he was live streaming earlier. Now, maybe he didn't know about the restraining order, but he damn sure knew he abused that girl, allegedly. You knew that, the Ring camera knew that, the text she had knew that. And then here come Aiden Ross talking about the lies, stop the lies, this is a good man. Good and abusive. Because the last time I checked, being charismatic does not cancel out being violent. So the judge granted her a restraining order. DDG has to stay at least 100 yards away from her and the baby. He can't post about her or the baby. And Halle is taking the baby to Italy while she works. The court believed her, the evidence backed her, and y'all need to stop mistaking influence for innocence. Cause every time it's a woman, y'all be in the comments like she lying. Still proving y'all hate black women. All right, y'all be good.
All right, y'all requested my reaction to all of this mess between DDG and Halle Bailey. Listen, this is an unpopular opinion for me, but it's giving Keke Palmer. Okay, Keke Palmer and her baby daddy was fighting and throwing bows and fighting each other, and then all of a sudden, she became a victim. She had videotapes of him doing what this, that, the third to her, and then he busted out with his. After he busted out with his evidence of her batching his head in, everything got quiet. This is the same thing it gives me. Halle Bailey, she's a popular person. She's a movie star. She did The Little Mermaid. So again, the conversation that this man prior said about do not let influence you, same goes for her. I believe neither one of them are innocent. I believe they both fought each other. And I believe she took the opportunity to stash the evidence for later, because this allegedly all happened in January. Where the arm is, that could be him grabbing her. I ain't never seen in no, I could be wrong, in the DV case where them arms just get lit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he just, just get the arms and pat, pat, pat on the arm? Like, I need more information. To me, it's crazy. To me, it's crazy. It's insane. So I just need more information for myself. Okay. Did he go bat, 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 to the arm? Did he grab you? Was he trying to restrain you? And a lot of people be saying like, it's not easy to get a PTO. Yes, it was. Yes, it is. Ask Corey Holcomb. Ask Keke Palmer. What you want? Get out my room. Goodbye. Anyway, it's a lot going on between the P. Diddy case, Tory Lanez. It's just, this whole thing about people hate black women because people want to know the truth is crazy. Now, this is a sidebar. If it do come out that Megan and old girl was lying and they got proof of this and it all comes crumbling down, this will be interesting to see. It's not even about women. It's about who is right and who is wrong. We cannot keep locking up people and throwing people in jail and getting protective orders based off of an emotional, senseless stance. And I can almost guarantee you that Halle Bailey has a bunch of women behind her, supporting her, telling her, go ahead and separate that baby because it's dangerous for the baby. And at the end of the day, it's control. This will affect the child in the long run. I hope everyone knows that. When I was sitting up here saying that it was not a good idea for Halle Bailey to be a baby mama, everybody was talking trash. This is why. Oh, it can happen still when you're married. Yes, it can. But she didn't take any preventative measures. Then you hear Ruby Rose tried to warn her and she called her the devil. So it's all screwed up, in my opinion, because either two things happen and two things can be right at the same time. She could have been throwing them bows with DDG and they could have been fighting each other. Okay. And she could have been aware of what Ruby Rose is saying and still didn't care enough to call her the devil. And then she decided in January, I'm going to just keep these evidence for something just in case I need it later. And boom, she needed it later. It's May. So in the state of California, you do need proof to get a PTO sometimes. Sometimes, well, this is a temporary. Then they'll go to court and then he'll show his evidence and then they'll go from there. But even with her already requesting, allegedly, because I didn't see this is what people are saying. They're saying that she is requesting child support. She don't want him to see the kid. I haven't seen any of this yet. If y'all seen it, let me know in the comments. But if she did, and she's already making a request and a demand that he get child support, but he can't see the child, that ain't gonna work in the state of California. I hope she know. They will tell DDG to take a anger management class in a heartbeat, and then they'll have to co-parent from there. It do not work like that in the state of California. If you wanted that type of action to do what you want and get what you want, you should have had this action in Georgia. We not in Georgia. So since we not in Georgia and we California, it's just going to be a little bit more difficult for you. Okay? At the end of the day, the person who is the victim in this matter and who is innocent is Halo. And that's it. And that's all. And I'm going to stand 10 toes behind that. He the only victim. Okay? Everybody else in this situation are all dead wrong. From DDG to Haley and the mama. Okay? Because somebody knows something. And if you really want to be real, if the mama really had an opinion on this situation, she should have been stepped in and been the mediator between these two, kept them away from each other. And if DDG allegedly broke into the house like Haley said he did, girl, why didn't you call the police to get him arrested? Why not? You already doing the restraining order on him. You already taking the necessary steps. If he is cray cray as everybody's saying he gonna get that anyway. You ain't preventing him from getting locked up. And I'm curious to know, did you give him a warning of you calling the police and getting these orders against him if he don't knock it off? All of that is important. All of that is important. But she said it started all the way in October, since October or whatever. And since October, it went all the way to January, and now all of a sudden, right? But unpopular opinion, the bruise on the arm and the chipped tooth, you know, call me crazy, call me cray cray, but with a chipped tooth, like, where the busted lip, like where I don't know. It's just, that's really fucking amazing. And I'm not saying this to discredit anybody. I'm curious to really, really know how that worked. I really want to know how that worked, because in order to chip a tooth, you gonna hit your mouth. Like, did he clean just hit the teeth? Like, you know what I'm saying? With no bite of the tongue action. Like, it's just so many questions. And then the fact that she came on the internet and said that she had to go see the dentist because she chipped her tooth was wild. Like, you're giving unnecessary information that nobody asked you for or would have had a discussion about if you wouldn't have brought it up. Like, this is what makes people feel like they can't always side with somebody who comes out with these type of accusations, because they are dangerous. Now, it don't be important to a lot of people till it's them or it's their child. I'm going to say that much. It's not going to be important to a lot of women until it's your child, or it's you, or it's your husband, or whoever. Somebody important to you, it has to happen to you in order for you to understand. Like I said, everybody was mad as hell at Keke Palmer when she came out talking about this alleged abuse that she was undergoing against her baby daddy. And then he came out with his own photos, right? So it's just going to be a blood brawl of who's going to be able to have custody of the baby. And you know what? This is DDG fault, because I told them earlier, y'all get everybody out your business and y'all discuss everything. And if y'all can't do that, go to court. It's always good for the man to go to the court first if he truly wants custody of his child, if he believes this woman is going to play head games with him when it comes to this baby. You understand me? So I don't know her motives on why she held back or why she waited to this time to tell it. And don't give me that people take time and that's not how DV works. Shut the freak up. Shut up. Be quiet. Okay? Because after the instances that we have seen with a lot of people who came out with this, and it ended up that they were fighting each other. Not saying it's right. Both parties need to keep their hands to their damn selves. You hear me? Both parties need to keep their hands to themselves. I do not believe that DDG by himself was just hitting on her and she was just taking it and crying and sat in the corner. Haley does not take me for nobody like that. Okay, meaning she looked like a fighter, meaning she doesn't look like the type of person that'll let anybody push anybody around, especially not her damn self. And she saying she was scared and she had to stay in the car to protect her baby. Please, I can't buy that with Haley. She looked like Mama Bear 2.0. Okay, she looked like if anybody would even put her child in any type of harm's way, be it baby daddy, cousin, auntie, sister, mother, brother, she gonna cut the deck. Okay, she gonna go crazy, full mother mode, period. That's the energy she gives. That's the energy she even said she had. She bragged about how she was an Aries and how she's very passionate. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and make me believe that she was just curling up into the ball and then DDG was just giving it to her. I can't believe that. I do believe they were having a conversation about the visitation, and she was laying down the law and trying to set her boundaries, and he wasn't trying to receive that because he gets very weird about his son because he is very sus on the way he behaves. I believe he does have a bit of mental issues when it comes to his child, and emotionally he does lose control. I believe that they both are fighting each other. That's just my personal opinion. That's just what I believe. And it's a power of struggle. But at the end of the day, regardless on who's at fault, the person who is going to suffer the most is Halo, because he needs his mother and he needs his father. And I hate with anybody's situation, we have to stop having children with people that we're not supposed to have children with. We have to stop deciding that, dang, this person ain't really a good match for me after the babies come. We should start making those decisions beforehand. Until then, you're just going to have to deal with what you're going to deal with. At the end of the day, Halo is a baby. So they got some years to figure this out. It's going to be a long time. And it's already a mess. And again, it's already too many people involved. Everybody mad on Haley's side. Everybody mad on DDG side. Deshae Frost saying that he would go upside DDG head and vice versa. Well, he didn't say that DDG would do anything back, but he did say that Halle Bailey did that, which makes me believe they was putting paws on each other. That's just my opinion. And with the Ruby Rose situation, you done called her a demon after she done said these things about DDG. So maybe you thought you was different. Maybe you thought it was a different outcome, or Ruby Rose was the problem. Now you done found out it probably wasn't her. Everybody wrong. Even the mama. You weren't there either. So you coming over here talking about what lies and what this and what lies underneath the sheets. Ma'am, you don't know either. You don't know what your son is capable of. And I'm not even going to hold y'all. I don't really know much about DDG. A lot of everybody else watched him a lot. But the way he gets is too irate for me to feel like he could be calm and chill while she going upside her head. And it's only so much a guy can take anyway when a female is going upside their head. A lot of women are too comfortable with putting their hands on men thinking they ain't going to do it nothing back. I believe they're both young and they're both toxic. If this happened in October, it was way more stuff prior than October that was happening, as far as her keeping a child, her getting upset about him getting on live streams. All this was happening. I just don't feel like it's one of those situations where she's truly a victim. Now, I do believe maybe she was tired of it. And it became toxic. I'm tired of it. I don't want to keep fighting this ninja. And now he harassing me, and his dumb behind, he just think this is the program. This is what we doing. So he gonna go back and forth. Oh yeah, that's what we on. No, sir. Learn to chill. Learn to walk away. You doing a little too much, trying to be up in somebody's house, climbing in their window, trying to see what's up. You're doing too much. Where your daddy at? That's too overly emotional for a man to be. And I don't know what's wrong with people, why they feel like they can do certain things or be certain ways, because in my opinion, DDG is not as mature as people try to proclaim he is. And that's because when I see women on TikTok and they state their opinion, he'll just start roasting them. And it's like, you can't get upset with their opinion. First of all, we already know the women are already going to side with Halle, period. A lot of them. A lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women are going to side with Halle, period, because of her image. People need to start understanding and really believing, y'all, a lot of women fall in love with a person's image. They don't know Halle Bailey from a can of paint. Don't nobody know DDG from a can of paint. But people falls in love with the image and the alleged innocence that a person portrays. Okay? Halle Bailey could be one of the worst people in the world. Not saying she is, but she could be. And you would never know that because of the image that she portrays on the internet. And that's what it is. People fall in love with the imagery of people. And then when they meet them in real life, you're either going to get somebody who real cool, actually is the person that they portray on the internet or on TV, or you're going to get somebody that you just could do not like. Okay? Y'all heard what happened with Chameleonaire met Michael Jordan. You feel me? This is why they say don't be meeting your heroes. You get what I'm saying? You never know how a person is until you really connect with them in real life and see what's up. Okay, so y'all don't know this girl. You just know she's a woman just like y'all. That's a lot of them. Oh, I side with Haley. Why? And then it prevents you from asking the real questions. Ask the real questions. Why did it? And don't give me that it take people a long time to develop the process of the mental stability, of the power of the fifth calculus. I don't want to hear none of that. Why did you hold that info like I'm going to put this in the back of my pocket a little bit later when I need it real quick? I'm just going to save this for later, which makes me feel like this. Like, again, they fight each other. That's just my opinion. They fight each other. Tia Kempton came out and said it. A couple of people. We already know what it is. It's that young stuff. They are young. Both of them are young. And y'all know when y'all was in y'all 20s, y'all was young and toxic too. Young and toxic. Okay? Y'all know what it is. I don't know why everybody playing like they just throwing these bowls by themselves and poor Haley is on the ground. No, Haley don't take me for the type of woman that just get stomped out. She just don't. It be the cute little innocent ones. That's why she said I may look cute and innocent on what I portray on TV. She said that herself, and she just gave out that warning. Yes, she might be. Play with her if you want to. Even before she had Halo, you seen how she checked people behind her sister with no hesitation. And she was ready and willing for it with no hesitation. Chloe had to slow her down. Like, hey, girl, chill out a couple of times because she was ready to go off. She's the little sister that's turned. Okay, we not gonna sit here and pretend like Haley is really the Little Mermaid for real. Okay, she not. All right. She a Little Mermaid, her foot in your ace. That's just my personal opinion. I'm just throwing it out there. I just know what it is. I know what it is. And DDG ain't exempt. Fool, get some control over yourself. Relax. Calm down. Like, that ain't no way no man should behave. And you already know you got a son that has you there. So both of y'all doing that in front of your son is just, come on now. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. And he trying to play it off like, yeah, no, I ain't tripping. Yes, you are. Because your son is everything. You came on the internet all upset and hurt that you couldn't even see him. So I can only imagine how much you would try to do and get on her nerves behind it. Would you put your hands on her? I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not going to say what you would or what you wouldn't do. But your behavior has displayed that you do a little too much when it comes to your child, to where you get a little mentally off behind that. And that shit needs to be talked about on somebody's couch. I'm just saying. That needs to be talked about on somebody's couch, because that don't even make sense. What's with the abandonment issues? Where'd that come from? You know, I heard him say something about his mom and his dad. So I'm assuming that he was raised by both parents. Y'all let me know in the comments if he was. From what I've heard and witnessed, he was around his mom a lot. So I don't know if he's really mainly under his mom's tutelage, which brings an issue too, because a lot of people be talking about, oh, it's the men. But I said in almost all my videos, you can always have a mama that's behind that man that you complaining about, who's the enabler, or who is aware of this stuff, who is supporting their child no matter what. Look at the Puff Daddy trial, right? We know Puff Daddy stuck his foot all the way up cat. You know what I'm saying? And again, who at the courthouse with him? Standing by her son. It's women, and this is a lot of perverted, sick stuff that this man did. And she's sticking by her son. She's sticking right beside him, hand in hand. They matching clothes in the courthouse. Just real sus stuff, in my opinion. But anywho, like I said, we don't know what happened. I'll say that. We don't know what happened. We can all have our opinions on the matter. My personal opinion is they fight each other. That's just my personal opinion. Tia Kemp feel like that. Queen of Accountability got her opinion about it too, as far as Haley being innocent. And she was right. She brought out all the receipts about Haley saying what she's saying and doing what she's doing. This don't come out of nowhere. It just gives Keke Palmer to me. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it in this situation. I personally feel like at the end of the day, Halo is going to be the person who suffers the most. The kids are always the ones who suffer the most. The kids are always going to be the ones who have to deal with what the parents put them in. Because nobody put them in this but them two. They was in the bedroom by themselves. Nobody else was there. Okay? So we wasn't a part of that. So they themselves need to come together and figure out how they're going to do this without everybody being in their business. I agree with Tia Kemp. Leave the police out your business. Try to figure out a way. If you can't talk to each other, okay, go to the court. But as far as the restraining orders and all that stuff, just to have control, that ain't going to work. And I still need to know how this tooth got chipped on the steering wheel without a lip bleed or busted mouth or... I don't know how that's going. That's a little crazy to me. But I want everybody to do this. Do this for me. Everybody do this for me. Regardless of you liking DDG or Haley, please stick to the facts. Leave the emotion out of it. Just because she the Little Mermaid don't mean she right. Just because DDG is one of the, number 7 streamers on the bottom, don't mean he right. I know it's just going to be more and more mess. Now, he can't say much because of the PTO. So, we just going to have to wait and see. And hopefully, at the end of the day, because eventually everybody's going to have to understand this is going to affect the kids. He got money, she got money. So, this is going to be a big legal custody battle, which is unnecessary. It is not. It sound like it's gonna be some 50-50 stuff, cause it don't look like DDG is gonna let this go down lightly. He's not gonna take this going lightly. So, regardless of what's going on, we gonna see what's happening. And like I said, when Ruby Rose was talking about it, nobody heard her. Now everybody hear her. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You was calling her a demon, talking about don't believe the lies and stuff. And you was caping for him only to come out later to say he doing the same thing to you. Which one is it, ma'am? I just can't. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I'm out.
We in a no hyena zone.
Anti-hyena.
It's my